Okay, so you should be able to see my screen. As we said earlier, my name's Dr. Emma Burnett and I'm the Associate Dean International. Lovely that so many of you could join us today. So I'm just going to talk a little bit about the University of Dundee and the School of Health Sciences, and then give you a little bit of an insight into the nursing programmes that we have in our school, which you would transition to after completing your programme in ICD. So first of all, this is a beautiful picture of the city. I don't know if any of you've been, but if you do sign up for your course and come to Dundee, you won't regret it. Dundee's a beautiful city, and we are delighted that it's ranked alongside places like Hong Kong, Corsica and Antarctica as one of the 19 must-see places to visit. And here are some of our rankings of the university. We are top 250 university in the world in 2020 from the Times Higher Education. Very, very proud of our rankings here. Most of all, we were ranked the University of the Year for Student Experience in 2020. Now in Dundee, in the university and in all our schools, student experience and student satisfaction is a priority for us. So we were absolutely delighted to be ranked the University of the Year for Student Experience. In our national student surveys, you can see that we're top 10 in the UK, which is fabulous. And with the International Student Barometer, which is the biggest international student survey that there is, we're ranked number 4 in the UK for overall student satisfaction. And we're top in Scotland and the UK for graduate prospects. And that's an important thing for international student thinking after the course is finished, once I've graduated, what now? What now is for me for employment? So excellent rankings there. So another great reason for coming to the University of Dundee and International College Dundee. One of the things we're extremely proud of as well is we hold a TEF Gold Award for teaching. So this is about teaching excellence, and gold is the highest standard that you can possibly have. So we hold that for the 4th consecutive year. So School of Health Sciences, we're one of 10 schools in the university, so we're a fairly big university. And we strive for excellence in research and teaching. We have a huge teaching profile and we have a fantastic research profile with researchers with global recognition for their work. And we're ranked 4th in Scotland for overall student satisfaction and top for mental health nursing and child nursing, which we're extremely proud of. And really we're about transforming the lives of everybody that we engage in, including our students. So we're unique in the way that we have 2 campuses. One of our campuses, our main campus in Dundee, and that's on the university. And we have a second campus in Kirkcaldy, which is just over the water, about an hour's drive from Dundee. Most, if not all, of our international students tend to come to our Dundee campus because it's situated within the university. And so you have access to all the university facilities and it's within walking distance to the city, to the bus stops, to the train stations, etc. But the choice is there if students want to go to Kirkcaldy. It's a smaller campus than the one at Dundee. So let's look at our undergraduate nursing degree. We offer 3 routes. So students can do an ordinary BSc, they can do a BSc with honours, or you can do an MSc. So all 3 routes are 3 years, and depending which one that you take will depend on the qualifications that you enter with. And we are delighted to offer adult nursing, mental health nursing and child nursing. As I said, that we're top in the UK for our mental health and child nursing, which is excellent. Adult nursing is our biggest field and we recruit more students to that. Mental health nursing and child nursing, we recruit lesser students than that, and that's only for the reason for placements. There are more placements in clinical practice for adult students, so we need to take care that we take students that we can obviously offer placements to. One thing I wanted to say about the undergraduate nursing degree and nursing in general, and Charlie touched on this in a number of areas, that it is within the UK, it is a highly respected profession. You are very highly respected as a student nurse and a qualified nurse. You're very much seen as part of the multidisciplinary team. I know certainly from my travels as an Associate Dean International, nursing is sometimes thought of a lesser profession than other healthcare professions, but in the UK, very much highly respected and very much considered a valued member of the multidisciplinary team. And we instill that right from the beginning of the programme. So all our programmes lead to for our undergraduate programme leads to Nnc registration. So the Nnc is Nursing and Midwifery Council, and on successfully completing your degree, you will automatically be registered with the Nursing and Midwifery Council. And what that will enable you to then work in the UK as a qualified nurse. So that's a fabulous advantage to the programme. We also know that the Nursing and Midwifery Council for the UK registration holds a lot of clout within other international students. So it really is an excellent registration to have. Should you wish to remain and work in the UK, obviously you don't have to following registration. So let's look a little bit about what you will do in your training. And again, Charlie touched upon that in her slides. So the unique part of our degree is that you spend 50% in theory. So you'll spend 50% of your time in the university looking at the theoretical aspects and 50% out in clinical practice. So for your theory aspects, again, this is very mixed and very varied. So sometimes you'll be in a large lecture theatre on campus where we host hundreds of students in our lecture theatres. Other times, depending on what subject you're studying, you'll get into small group tutorials, so you can have more interaction and more engagement and discussion within small groups. We have skills and practice modules where you go to the local hospital, which is a big NHS teaching hospital, and do simulation. I'll talk about that in a minute. So what that allows you to do is practice your nursing skills. There's a picture of the students practicing their nursing skills with one of our tutors on the bed there. And you'll be able to practice your nursing skills before you go out in clinical practice and do them on real patients. And we also have a fabulous interprofessional education system. So in some ways you'll go to skills and practice simulation wards and practice your skills with medical students, with dentistry students, and with students that you may be coming in contact with in the clinical practice. So when you go into your placements, sometimes some of the medical students, for example, will be familiar with you and you'll be more comfortable working alongside them with your patients. And then the 50% in clinical practice. So these are placements that you'll go into, and you're offered a huge range of clinical placements. It can sometimes be in an acute hospital. So I mentioned our large acute teaching hospital, which is very close by the campus. It's either a walk or a short bus ride to the hospitals. And it's one of the biggest teaching hospitals in the UK. You can get experience in many different areas, such as medicine, surgery, orthopedics, infectious diseases, high dependency, intensive care. So lots of areas there that you have the chance to go to. And also specialist areas like infection prevention and control, and all these different specialist areas, wound care, tissue viability within that hospital. You may also be placed in community settings where you get to work alongside district nurses, health visitors, GPs, and practice nurses. So lots of different variations of experience there. You could be going to care homes. We have a lot of care homes for the elderly within and around Dundee, and also GP surgeries. So by the time you become qualified, you'll have had a huge experience in a range of different areas, and that will give you an indication of perhaps what you might want to do when you qualify. And here's a picture of our simulation ward. As you can see, it actually looks very much like a ward. It's a Nightingale type ward where beds are all in the one area, so we can monitor things closely. So these are our student nurses practicing on patients. Now, these patients that you see in the beds there are not real patients. We have members of the public who come into clinical skills and act as patients, and they're very helpful, and they will increase your confidence and make you feel at ease while you're practicing your clinical skills. And it's a fabulous simulation area. We also offer students on the undergraduate degree lots of different activities and student community engagement. We also have international placements, so you have the opportunity of going to places like America, Australia, Finland, Austria, Singapore, and Lithuania. This is of course optional. You don't have to take it if you want to stay in Dundee and in the UK with us. But we have lots of student engagement activities as well. The photo down on the bottom there, you can see is our local airport at Dundee Airport. And our students worked with fire service, with the police, with lots of different emergency service to deal with a real life activity, a fire within the airport. And what this allows our students to do is develop lots of different skills that they can transfer to clinical practice, such as team working, emergency response, communication skills. All these kind of skills are really good to do something a little different to transfer to clinical practice, and they're lots of fun too. So that's the undergraduate nursing degree. I also wanted to very briefly touch on our full-time Masters Nursing in Health, in case there's anybody listening today who are currently registered nurses, so you're qualified in your own country and you want to come and do a master's program. So this is for qualified nurses already. It's a 1-year full-time program on campus. We have a range of different modules for you. Again, you'll be taught by lectures, in larger classes, small tutorials. We offer master classes and self-directed learning within the campus itself, and the library. We have a huge library on campus, which is amazing, on several floors, and lots of different areas that you can study. At the end of your master's program, you'll also be asked to complete a dissertation, and this could be research related or clinical related, and then you would get the opportunity to, if you like, to go into clinical practice or work with researchers to get some experience there around your dissertation. What I do want to highlight is that the Masters in Nursing Health does not lead to an MSc registration as the pre-registration program does, but there are steps you can take. So if somebody finishes their Masters and an international student wishes to stay in the UK and work as a registered nurse, there are steps that you take that you can gain registration with the NMC, and we will work with you to help you with that. If you have any questions about this program, we are very lucky because Charlie is the program lead, so she will be able to answer any further questions that you have about this fantastic program. And finally, I just wanted to touch on student support, because that's an issue that many international students want to know about. We have an amazing student support system for students on campus and in clinical practice. We, within the School of Health Sciences, we have a buddy system. So we buddy up new international students with current international students. So to give you an example, we have second-year international students doing the pre-registration degree, and we also have new first-year students. So we've buddied up the second-year students with the first-year students just to give them a little bit more support. There's often questions or problems or issues or challenges that our international students have that we may not have thought about, and actually somebody else has gone through the same challenges. So having that buddy system really helps new international students settle in. And we have that right throughout the 3 years, and we know our international students have greatly appreciated that. All students are allocated an academic advisor of study to look after them right throughout their 3 years of study in the pre-registration programme. For the Masters in Nursing Health, you'll also be allocated to a specific lecturer who will be your academic advisor throughout your year. We have various services on the university: counselling service, disability service, a health service, and a multi-faith centre. We also have a fabulous international advice service. So that is free to access whenever you like throughout your 3-year degree, and also during your time with International College Dundee. Corinne will say a little bit more than that, but you have access to every facility on the campus while you're an ICD student. And we also have academic skills and English language support should you need that throughout your 3-year degree. So as I say, huge amount of support. When you're in clinical placement, you'll also be assigned to a clinical mentor to look after you also. So, and I think that's one of the reasons that we are ranked top for international student satisfaction. And so that's just a very, very quick tour of a discussion of the pre-registration programme and the Masters. If you have any questions beyond this webinar and you want to know anything, please do get in touch, and there's my email there for you. So thank you very much for listening. I hope this has helped give you a little bit more information of the programme. Now, I am now going to hand you over to Corinne, who's going to tell you a little bit more about International College Dundee. And I will stop sharing my screen so Corinne can go.
Thank you, Emma. Now I'm just going to share my screen. Good morning from Scotland, everyone. My name is Dr. Corinne Wales, and I am the College Director of International College Dundee. I'm just going to speak very quickly for 5 minutes on our college, which is an embedded college within the campus of the University of Dundee. And we were founded in 2017. We accepted our first students that year, and we're now in our 4th academic year. And in these 5 minutes, I'm going to talk to you especially about the nursing pathways, both pre-masters and our very special undergraduate programme. So we are an embedded college, and we are an alternative way forward. I like to see us as part of an array of ways that the university has for widening participation, and for us, we widen access specifically for international students. It may well be that international students do not quite have the qualifications that match onto UK qualifications, or they might not have quite made the entry qualifications for direct entry into the nursing degree programs that both Charlie and Emma have talked about. So international colleges is an alternative way that an international student could gain entry into these very special nursing degree programs. And as you can see, almost all of our students, once they've completed an international college, progress to the University of Dundee. And I must say, 100% of our nursing students, once they've completed, progress to the School of Nursing. It really is a special school. And Dundee is a special place, as Emma has mentioned. People, when they come here, don't often want to leave, and they continue their studies in Dundee. Now, the International College has different entry requirements that Shu will talk about after, but basically we offer foundation years, first year undergraduate, second year undergraduate, and pre-masters programs throughout the college. So students can enter into the college and then progress on to their main degrees. For nursing students, they will enter the college on a foundation year, and they will do their international stage 1 with us, and then they'll progress into the School of Nursing, and continue onto their main degree programs, and that could be adult, child or mental health nursing for undergraduates. They'll spend 3 times 10-week terms with us, so that's a full year, and students can start in either September or January. So we are very flexible, very responsive to international markets, not having the same academic calendars as we have in the UK. A nursing student it could be that they need support first and foremost with their English, and before they enter the pathway programme at the college, we can offer 6-week and 12-week pre-sessional English courses. Past nurses have come through on this route, and they've ended up doing a 6-week pre-sessional and then gained amazing results by the time that they finished with us at the Pathway College. So we can help with both English and within the college, as you'll see, with the academic skills as well required. We also offer a pre-master's programme, so for anyone wanting to do that fantastic MSc Nursing and Health, then you could start as an international student on our pre-master's programme. This starts in June and is just one 10-week term, and you could also have 6 weeks pre-sessional English before you start that. It is worth mentioning, and I think Emma touched on this, that as a student with International College Dundee, you are issued one CAS. So you are already registered on your nursing degrees when you enter the university. And as Emma touched on, as a student of the University of Dundee and International College, your student experience is a total 100% University of Dundee student experience. Our 2021 programmes are many and varied, and as I don't have time, and we don't really want to speak about all of those today, but especially the nursing, you can see they're gold starred on my little chart here, and I'm going to talk a little bit more about the nursing undergraduate degree and how special that is for anyone who wants to continue to a nursing degree later. If you were to come onto a nursing pathway at the college, you would have a tailored nursing specific pathway experience. So you can see on the slides, you would have the support English for academic purposes, academic literacies, and the core subjects that students would need in order to become critical thinkers and enable them to do the maths required in the nursing profession. But also you'd have specific nursing directed modules to complete. So we have here chemistry for nursing, anatomy and physiology, communication in healthcare, nursing and healthcare, psychology and sociology. These are all subjects that will really give students that graduate from International College a firm foundation in their further studies. And often tutors and lecturers in the university tell us and feed back to us in the International College how well our students perform. And we've got our first undergraduate students graduating this year, and lecturers are telling us that we have students that are on course for distinction grades, first-class degrees as they graduate from the University of Dundee. And I think it's testament to the quality of education students get when they come through the Pathway College. It's not a second-class pathway at all. We are very special in that we deliver an international and inclusive curriculum. Our students are all in small classes, so no classes are above 20. Normal class sizes, I would say, are between 10 and 15. They receive specialist support from our tutors, who are all specialised in teaching international students, and their passion is teaching. The students have continuous formative assessment, and this enables us to support students in their strengths. And our students have many strengths coming through International College, but also support them importantly in those areas that they may need more support, either academically or with their English. A very important role and something very special at the International College is the role of our link tutors. And you can see Charlie, who you've just met, is one of our link tutors at the International College, and she's a link tutor for the School of Nursing. Link tutors' roles are very important. They are academics at the University of Dundee, but they have an interest in and an involvement in International College and the delivery of our programs. So what a link tutor would do is connect students from the college to the university, both academically, but also in the total student experience. So make sure that they're aware of the student associations and that they're introduced to their tutors and the schools that they're going to be progressing to. Link tutors also support our students. So we have an incredible support and welfare network inside the college, but sometimes a student might have questions that are school related, and the link tutor can spend time with the students answering those questions. And they can advise students as well. There may be that a student has doubts about the course they're taking or wants confirmation that their course they're taking is the right one. And these kinds of support the link tutors can give, and they can assure the students that they're on the right path or that they're doing the right subjects to support them in their degree studies. So the role of the link tutors, I think, is fantastic, and we are very honoured and proud to have Charlie with us, not only as a link tutor, but she actually teaches on one of the modules that you saw in the nursing specific pathway. So any student that comes to the college is going to get an absolutely first class introduction to their further nursing studies. If you want to inquire or have any further questions to ask about student experience at International College Dundee or entry requirements, anything at all, please do feel free to get in contact with me. And I will now stop sharing my screen and pass on to Shu, who will talk to you a little bit more about entry requirements and scholarships available. Thank you very much.